Well, happy Friday to everyone. Welcome to day 5 of our tapping journal. What we're doing this week is we are going through an excerpt of the tapping journal, which is actually 91 days, 90 days plus 1 for 13 weeks. We're just taking a small chunk of that and we're just starting each day working our way through the process to help you to navigate your day and take action in a more effective way. Today, we actually have one of my favorite processes. So let's zip down the PDF to day 5. There's one. Oop. Awesome. Day 5. As always, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend a couple of minutes doing wordless tapping. This is an opportunity for us to take advantage of this amazing tapping protocol without having to focus on anything. It is a great way to start the day, to end the day, to calm yourself down before you do something. I wordlessly tap all of the time. And so basically what we're going to do for 3 minutes is we're just going to move from tapping point to tapping point. Do it in the order and the rhythm that makes the most sense for you. Before we do that, take a nice big deep breath. And just scan your system. Just notice what's going on. Notice any heaviness, any tightness, if there's chattery brain, whatever it is. Nice big deep breath, tapping the side of the hand, and just move from tapping point to tapping point for the next 3 minutes, tapping along with me. And as you do this, if any ideas, insights, to do show up, stop tapping, write those down. Those are super valuable. We don't want to lose them. Nice big deep breath. Give me a big stretch. Oh, maybe grab a sip of water. Again, ideas that came bubbling forward. Jot down anything that came to mind, anything that's useful inside of that. If you think you're going to remember it later, the only thing that you're going to remember later is that you wanted to remember something later and not remember the actual thing. So today for part 2, what we're going to do is we're going to do something that I call the stress garden. And the reason why it's called the stress garden is not because the garden causes us stress, but the garden is a place that stress is consumed. I'm sure you can remember from your childhood in science class, we learned that we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, and the plants in our environment take that carbon dioxide, they breathe the carbon dioxide in, they exhale oxygen, and it becomes this great system. So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do that in the garden, but the garden is actually going to consume our stress. So, tap on the side of the hand, take a nice big deep breath. And if you want to close your eyes to do this, you can. What I want you to do is just move from tapping point in the order that makes the most sense for you. And just imagine yourself sitting in a beautiful garden. And maybe it's a greenhouse. Maybe it's a garden that's on a patio. Maybe it's a large, luscious garden. Doesn't matter. Just imagine yourself in a garden. And as you imagine yourself in this garden, it's a very special garden. The plants in this garden, instead of living on carbon dioxide, they live on stress. And so every single time you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are exhaling stress. And as you exhale that stress, the garden, the plants in the garden consume that stress. It is the perfect fuel for the garden. And every single time you inhale, you are pulling peace and calm into your body. Exhale stress. Inhale peace. And as you exhale the stress, you can actually see the garden perking up, being more vibrant as it's nourished by your stress. Exhale stress. Inhale peace. And as you scan your body, you might notice some tension in your body. And with each exhale, I want you to feel that tension being pulled out and being exhaled out. And with each inhale, just feel peace and relaxation going to that area. Exhale stress and tension. Inhale peace. And just appreciate the plants that are consuming the stress. Appreciate the plants that are giving you peace. And as I count from 5 to 1, energy's going to come back and you're going to open your eyes. 5, feel yourself more grounded. 4, you're seated a little straighter. 3, energy is moving through your body. 2, clarity is showing up behind your eyes. And 1, open your eyes. Big stretch. And as you think of that experience, make some notes. What'd you notice? What surprised you? What would you like to remember? Capture that idea so you can return to it throughout the rest of the day. After you finish making some notes, head back to our tracker. Cross off day number 5. Again, Insight Tracker, what we do here is there is something that you heard, something that you need to know on a conscious, on a subconscious, on a soul, on a heart level. Write that down here at number 5. Something, just one phrase, something that you want to remember. Writing it down is going to make it easier to remember. And on day 7, we're going to actually use this in a fun way. Tail ender tracker. If there's something that came up, an issue, tail end, or something that you want to tap on later, jot this down. Documenting the tail enders is super, super useful for me because it makes it so much easier to, when I sit down to tap, to be able to access those things that are so useful and are so powerful. If there's a couple of things that you could do for me, finally, number 1, right down below this video, click on that little thumbs up button. It's going to make it easier for folks who are engaging with YouTube to find it. You're telling the YouTube algorithm this is really, really important. Also, if you'd like to get a copy of this amazing tapping journal, there's 2 ways you can do that. You can actually get a free, there we go. You can get a free copy of the journal. All you need to do is go to tappingqa.com/AAA-7. Not only do you get the book, we'll send it to you anywhere in the world. You also get access to an audio version of all 91 days. All you need to do is join the Authentic Action Academy. There's lots of information there. Or you can get a copy of the book for $40 from Amazon. If you go to tappingqa.com/Amazon-journal. And then for all of you who are watching this after the fact, right now on the screen, you will see a little playlist that you can click on that has every single one of the videos that we've recorded. If you're joining us after the fact, you will get a chance to see the entire process, tap along to it. If you need the downloads, if you need anything else, all you need to do is go down to the